Don't you just love it when your peace and joy is non-negotiable? I do. How do you get to where your peace and joy is non-negotiable? Well, when somebody tries to be an asshole, they get what they get. Because if they gonna say something to you, they have already agreed to the response. Tough shit. When your peace and joy is non-negotiable. Well, you see, son, some people, they try to be an asshole. It's adorable, really. They're really just acting like a child that never learned better. And see, if a child gonna be walking around in an adult body, pretending they know everything and being a dick, then what they're really asking from you is for you to get all twisted up inside too, just like them. They're looking for validation that it's okay to be that way. But the baby don't get the bottle that easy. Not when they are a child walking around in an adult body. They want you to twist and feel bad and icky and mad. Tough shit, kid. You know, some people get to a ripe old age, you know, like a kiwi you left on the counter for 3 months, and they still be acting like a child that didn't learn any better. They must not have had a good example. We all need to be a good example for each other. And if you can't do that, you probably got some things to work through. How do you work through it? Take notes. Radical. Wow. It's like drawing a map so that you can see where you're at. But if you don't draw a map, how the fuck do you know where you are? You know what? You know what's a good way to draw a map? You make videos just for you, saying how you're feeling, what you're thinking, what you're experiencing, and then you say what you want to feel and experience. And for a little extra bonus points, you can try to say it like you feel it as you're saying it. You go back and you watch the video, looking for the real you. Because if you're feeling all twisted up and stuff, you got stuff that's clouding your vision. So you make those videos and you get to see where you're at. It's called turning on the light to cut through the fog or the bullshit. Now, see, if you ain't careful enough, you'll get locked into gossip and self-pity. Two of the most self-destructive behaviors ever. And then somebody could tell you how to start living a better life, but you can't, because you locked in gossip and self-pity. And you'll go around saying how your life sucks, but you're not actually going to do anything about it. Kind of like people that watch the news, but they're not going to do anything about it. Ain't they grown? But we got to watch the news so that we can feel bad. You can light a candle to show somebody the way out the dark, but if they ain't going to follow the light, tough luck, kid. Some folks, they ain't gone deep enough into the dark to see just how dark it can get. They will, though. We all hit that wall eventually. Now, some people don't want to believe in karma. That's tough shit. Because you always get what's coming to you, whether you do good or bad. One part of karma, and I'll explain more of that in a second, but one part of karma is what you do, it stays with you. Pecan leaf. What you do stays with you. So, you do some terrible wrong to somebody, you can't erase that you did that. All you can do is work on doing better. and you will feel it with the next face you wear. But I'm keeping this one just right. As far as I'm concerned, this is my seamless garment. Seamless garment. Yeah, baby. Yeah, and that thing about the stuff you do stays with you. You do wrong, and you know you did wrong. It ain't going away. It becomes a part of you, and you will feel it with the next face you wear. I can promise you that. Don't believe me? Well, if you switch out that face, you won't remember that I said this. But you're going to feel something like it. The people that don't want to believe in what they call karma, the young souls. You know those people that seem like all they got's a couple of pennies knocking around in their skull? They don't seem real smart. They don't seem like they know shit. All they got's a little teeny tiny spark. The young souls. Fresh, as it were. There's always new ones being made throughout infinity. That's how it goes. Now, once you've been around long enough, finally, you start going, oh shit, I do deserve better. I guess it's time I clean up my own shit, huh? Clean up your own mess. You can actually say, I wish to work on some of my karma right now. Something will pop up. Hey, baby. Praise God. You know, the real one, the only one, not the one of fear, because fear is the illusion. Love is the truth. God is imagination and love. Ah. So what's here, I'll tell you this. My easiest explanation, my simplest explanation of karma is when you give and give and give and give and give what you ought to be keeping for yourself and you suffer for it. Or when you take and take and take and take and take from others that you have no business taking from, and they all get mad at you. Or when you're mean and nasty to somebody and you know you were wrong for it and you feel bad about it, but you can't own up to the truth. You can't apologize because you ain't strong enough. Not yet, anyway. And oh, baby, you still feeling that wrong you committed 10 years later. Now, here's the real part. If that person you were wrong to, if they bite the bucket and you never get the chance to apologize, now you feeling it. And that's around the time you're going to be on your knees staring up at the clouds, the rain pouring down into your eyes, and you're crying, and you say, I'm so sorry I did that to you. All of a sudden, you feel purified. That's why it's good to apologize to people. Some people put up a loud bark, or some people bark all kinds of nasty shit to put up a protective screen to shield themselves from other people's bullshit. But it's a catch-22, because the nasty things they say bounce off the inside of their shield and come right back at them and close in like a net and cut their own tongue. Those people, they are not strong enough to apologize when they see that they have done wrong. But the kind you know as well as I do, have seen much unkindness. But we are strong enough to apologize. If you don't believe in karma, guess what? It's coming to you. That's why judgment is a boomerang. What you throw out there comes back to you. That's why complainers never run out of anything to complain about. It's just so abundant. They bring it to themselves. But if you stop talking like that, step into a better way of being. What's that? Being grateful. Because grateful folks never run out of anything to be grateful for. Why? Because it's important to practice gratitude. Why? Because if you don't, you might not get that thing you want, but it wouldn't matter if you did, because you'd still be looking for the next golden goodie, because you didn't know what to do with the last one you had. I got what I wanted, but I don't want it anymore. Time to look for another one. I got what I wanted, but I don't want it anymore. Time to look for another one. You ain't even looking at it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And now I feel that thank you in my treasure chest. 11:11. I'm in heaven. How about you? Turns out, you don't have to die, as they call it, to see hell. People like me and Dade Murphy, we've already seen it a bunch of times. We decided we deserve better than that. Turns out, you don't have to die, as they call it, to see heaven or Paradiso or Valhalla either. Because I am in Paradiso. And you can say anything you wanted to. No, you're not. What, you want me to get your bottle for you, baby? Go out there, find your own piece of heaven. Now, you know what's really ridiculous? And I don't blame them. The young souls. People that know that my name is Corvin Haze Lord Hayes, Goth Von Cor, Wire Galarian Lord Hayes, Vletchen Stachy Sticky Icky U, Pave Claff, Thomas Jared Ponder. They know that's my name. But still, somehow, they think it's a good idea to say something ugly to me. But I don't judge. Yep. We all need a good example. Because they didn't get one. Their parents leaving it up to me to be the good example. I know they didn't get a good example because just look at them. No judge on duty. But you see somebody that's got a name like that, and you want to test the fire, you get burned, but you won't receive the scrolls. I'll tell you that. How do you receive the scrolls? Well, I'll leave them up for anybody that is interested to see. I will mute somebody. I might block them, maybe. Usually I don't have to. Usually I just mute people. I don't restrict them though. Because if they want to see my scrolls, I want them to have access to that. Because like fuck, you're gonna find it anywhere else on this planet. Shaka fucking laka. Good morning.